Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now traveling internationally is an exciting experience, but managing expenses abroad can be tricky. With fluctuating exchange rates, hidden bank fees, and security concerns, choosing the right payment method is crucial to avoid unnecessary expenses. Now in 2025, the two most common ways to spend abroad are Forex cards and international debit cards. Both offer the convenience of cashless transactions, but they differ significantly in terms of cost, security, and ease of use. So which one is better for your next trip? In this video, we'll break down the advantages and disadvantages of both options, helping you make the best choice for your travel needs. Let's go ahead with our video. Now let's start with Forex cards, a favorite among frequent travelers. Let's start with its pros. Now, one of the biggest reasons people opt for a Forex card is the ability to lock in exchange rates at the time of loading. Currency values fluctuate daily, and when you're traveling, even a slight dip in your home currency's value can make things more expensive. With a Forex card, you don't have to worry about unpredictable exchange rates because you've already secured the conversion. Now, international transactions often come with hidden charges, and debit cards are no exception. Forex cards, however, eliminate currency conversion fees since they are preloaded with the exact foreign currency you need. While international debit cards can charge between 2% to 5% per transaction, Forex cards offer much lower or even zero transaction fees, making them a more cost effective option for travelers who plan to spend frequently. Another key advantage of Forex cards is that most major banks and financial institutions offer multi currency support. So if you're traveling to Europe, the USA, and Japan in one trip, you can preload multiple currencies on a single card instead of juggling between different cards or cash. Most Forex cards work on global networks like Visa, MasterCard, and Amex, ensuring they are accepted at millions of ATMs, hotels, restaurants, and stores worldwide. Now, security is a major concern when using international payment methods. Forex cards offer an added layer of safety because they are not linked to your main bank account. Even if the card is lost or compromised, hackers or fraudsters cannot access your savings or checking account funds. Most providers offer a backup card, which means that if your card is lost, stolen, or damaged, you can activate the backup card instantly without losing access to your money. Many Forex cards come packed with travel perks, making them even more appealing. And some banks and financial institutions offer complimentary travel insurance covering lost baggage or card fraud, discounts on international flights and hotel bookings, and lounge access at airports for a comfortable travel experience. Now, these added benefits make Forex cards not just a payment tool, but a value added travel companion. Now, here are some limitations of Forex cards that you should know. Unlike international debit cards, which are ready to use instantly, getting a Forex card requires an application process. So you'll need to submit documents like your passport, visa, and flight tickets, wait for the card to be issued and activated, and load it with foreign currency before traveling. So if you're traveling on short notice, this extra step can be inconvenient. Now, most Forex cards have an inactivity fee if you don't use them for a certain period. Some users also charge an annual maintenance fee if your balance remains unused for too long. So, over time, these charges can eat into your remaining balance. Now, Forex cards cannot always be reloaded instantly. So, if you run out of funds, reloading the card may take a few hours or even a day, depending on the provider. Additionally, some Forex cards have withdrawal limits at ATMs, which may not be ideal if you need a large amount of cash suddenly. Now, while Forex cards are widely accepted, some hotels, rental agencies, or local vendors may refuse prepaid cards. In such cases, having an alternative payment method becomes essential. And if you return home with a balance on your Forex card, withdrawing the money back into your account can involve conversion charges and processing delays. Some banks require manual requests, adding unnecessary hassle. Now let's take a look at the advantages of using an international debit card. Now, one of the biggest advantages of using an international debit card is that you don't need to preload foreign currency. Unlike a Forex card, which requires you to estimate your expenses and load money in advance, a debit card gives you direct access to your bank account balance. Now, this is especially useful for travelers who prefer spontaneous spending or don't want to deal with pre planning currency conversions. International debit cards are linked to major global networks like Visa, MasterCard, and Amex, ensuring that they work at almost all retail stores, restaurants, and ATMs worldwide. While some smaller vendors might refuse a prepaid Forex card, a debit card is widely accepted, making it a more reliable option for daily expenses. Another key benefit is convenience. Most banks allow you to activate international transactions instantly through their mobile banking app or customer support. Now, this means you don't need to apply for a separate travel card, making international debit cards a more hassle free option for last minute trips. And unlike Forex cards, which have preset limits and require manual reloading, debit cards allow you to spend as much as your bank balance permits. Now, this is useful in situations where you need additional funds unexpectedly, such as booking last minute flights or emergency expenses. And many Forex cards charge inactivity or maintenance fees if they remain unused after a certain period. With an international debit card, you don't have to worry about any extra fees if you don't use it for months after your trip. Now, this makes it a better long term option for occasional travelers. Now, let's also consider the cons of international debit card. Now, unlike Forex cards, which lock in exchange rates, international debit cards are subject to real time currency fluctuations. Now, this means that if the exchange rate worsens while you're traveling, your expenses can increase significantly without warning. Now, a major concern with international debit cards is security. Since they are directly connected to your primary savings or checking account, any fraud, skimming, or unauthorized transactions can drain your entire balance. Now, while banks offer fraud protection, dispute resolution can take days or even weeks, leaving you without funds during your trip. Unlike Forex cards, which are preloaded and separate from your main account, debit cards pose a higher risk of financial loss if compromised. Now, many banks have strict fraud detection systems, which can mistakenly flag international transactions as suspicious activity. Now, this can result in your card being temporarily blocked, leaving you stranded without access to funds. While you can often resolve this by calling your bank, this can be frustrating, especially if you are in a different time zone or unable to contact customer support immediately. And some banks restrict debit card usage in certain countries due to regulatory reasons or fraud concerns. So, if you're traveling to a less tourist friendly destination, your card might not work at all, forcing you to rely on cash or alternative payment methods. Now that we've explored the pros and cons of both Forex cards and international debit cards, which one is the better option? Now, the answer depends on your travel needs and spending habits. Go ahead and choose a Forex card if you want lock in exchange rates to avoid currency fluctuations, lower transaction fees and savings on international spending, better security since it's not linked to your bank account, extra travel benefits like lounge access and insurance, multi currency support for seamless use in multiple countries. Or go ahead and choose an international debit card if you want instant access to your bank funds without preloading money, universal acceptance at all major ATMs and retailers worldwide, no need for a separate travel card, just activate and use your existing card. No spending limits, use as much as your bank balance allows, and no maintenance fees, so you can keep your card active without extra costs. So, what's the best strategy? The ideal approach is to use both. A Forex card can be your primary spending method to minimize fees, while an international debit card can serve as a backup option in case of emergencies. Now, before your trip, compare exchange rates, fees, and acceptance policies to ensure you're getting the best deal for your travel destination. And there you go. I hope that you have found this video helpful. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and comment below. How do you prefer to pay when traveling abroad? Let us know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.